All right, recording has started. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, Zahnymous community. It's February 8th, Wednesday, 1:05 p.m. And we're gonna discuss a lot of the big announcements that we have, which is the marketing partners that we're working with. Four of them that I've already talked about. Single Grain was one of them. Coinbound was another. Blockwiz and Ninja Promo. Out of those four, we're still debating on exactly which one we want to go, but the actual reality is all of them provide very similar services. They all say PRs, which are, Yahoo Finance, Market Watch, all of that. A lot of them say influencers, etc. But I told each and every single one of them that I don't care about marketing that way. I honestly, you could tell me you have a press release from Yahoo Finance or Market Watch, and it doesn't impress me. I think the way that we should be marketing as a project is definitely through Web 2.0, Facebook ads, TikTok ads. One of the biggest things I had before the ZA project is I had one of my other businesses. I'm going to show you all. This is actually one of the products I had. I created custom packaging, all of that. This is all me. But if you would have asked me 4 or 5 years ago, who is your audience? Who are you targeting? I could tell you with analytical data, it was a girl. Majority of ad spend would go to a girl because guys weren't buying my products. The specific age was between 13 and 26 years old, and most likely they followed demographics and niches and categories like Greta Thunberg, maybe even the Libertarian Party, Greenpeace, Green World, Clean Energy, because this product specifically is an eco-friendly tumbler cup that comes in pastel colors like white, pink, green, and blue. Now, why is that actually significant and important when it comes to marketing? Because if you're going to be putting funds towards a specific ad placement, towards a specific advertisement, you need to know exactly who you're targeting. You need to carry proper analytical data so you can actually know, okay, these are the people that are clicking. These are the people that are doing actions on my website. These are the people that connect their wallet, etc. Make lookalike audiences. You can make custom audiences based on your Twitter engagement or based on your likes on Instagram, etc. So I told each and every marketing company out of those four, that's what I want. I want you to tell me what exactly the ZA user that makes a purchase follows. What do they look like? What's their hair color, right? Let's get really down to the nitty and gritty business so we can keep generating revenue, because no matter what, even though we are Web3 based, we're still a business at the end of the day. And if anyone's wondering, well, does crypto to gift cards even do well? Well, we actually just got inside information through other crypto to gift card companies that have both hit over $100 million in sales. So we know marketing is our biggest weakness, but we're going to turn that biggest weakness into one of our biggest strengths. And that's why I haven't picked a marketing company yet. So if anyone's wondering, when's influencer campaigns coming? When is the big marketing partnership being announced? We're doing this carefully. We're doing this strategically. We're not looking to just dump money into exit liquidity and then a bunch of people buy and they're like, when's the next marketing? That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for analytical data to prove back the people that are making the actions on the website, grow that audience so we can develop user acquisition. That's what we need. Here at Zahnymous, we have some new people, but you all know what our strengths are, right? We have developers, front end and back end. We have a developer department. We have business management. I mainly handle that. We have advisors, Coin Official, been working with projects for the past 3 years in the BSC space. We even have 3 lawyers. We have a legal department as well. We just don't have a well-developed marketing department. And that's what we're doing right now. And that's kind of what this internal AMA is mainly going to be centered about, is why we haven't chose a marketing department yet or a marketing company. I've gotten multiple proposals. You want me to be completely realistic with you? I told them exactly what I just told you. I don't care about PRs. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't care about being on Yahoo Finance. I don't care about a Market Watch article or a Bazinga article. I did that, right? You can go on Fiverr right now and get an article written about you for $100. And then they upcharge it $500. I told all of them that. That's not what I'm interested in. I want user acquisition. I want data that tells me exactly what the users that we're bringing. So when we do use real marketing funds and we really do advertise, we're advertising to the proper audience. There's a huge learning curve about Zahnymous, which is a lot different than a lot of other Web 2.0 companies. And I'll tell you what the biggest learning curve is. There's no reason to try and just do a whole bunch of ads for a Binance Smart Chain or a whole bunch of ads just for a cryptocurrency blockchain Bitcoin. The reason that is because when you're advertising to Web 2.0 investors, you're pouring money in. The issue is when you bring those Web 2.0 funnels over, our website's completely built out to be a dApp. If they don't know how to operate a MetaMask or a Trust wallet, we just completely wasted that entire marketing budget. We wasted that entire marketing campaign because there is a learning curve. Right? We are the first ever decentralized application which has integrated a crypto to gift card system. Now, it's an amazing concept, but there's a very unique, specific niche that we're looking for. And the only way to get that data on exactly to find the juiciness on who's going to make purchases on the Zahnymous website, that takes proper marketing. It's not going to be through the crypto influencers. It's not going to be through the BSC Caesars, through the Venoms. By the way, guys, we're going to talk about that a little bit. Everyone, I want you all to know, did you all see any reflection of happening or having those calls from any BSC influencers? No. Why is that? I think people are starting to get smarter. I think people are realizing that the pump dumps groups are just, they're not it anymore. That's not how you properly build a business. Right? What we've been doing strategically, following the partnerships, bringing them over to the project, onboarding them. That's a great strategy for guerrilla marketing tactics, but that helps the project. That doesn't help sales on the platform. And I've always said from the very beginning, the platform is almost synonymous with the token because the more revenue we get, the more profit we get, we buy back and burn. Right? So if the platform's doing millions of dollars, we take that profit and we put it right into the chart. Easy as that. That's exactly how it should go. So again, partner or platform and token is synonymous. So that's what I told the marketing agencies. I told them exactly that. I'm not interested in your PRs. I'm not interested in your crypto influencers. I have a regret of crypto influence. Thankfully, we didn't pay for any of those calls. Those are all calls that we've already paid for, that we got for free for actually going to do the marketing that we did originally with them, and they just called us again, right? Again, it's just not a great way to actually get your product out there and actually get users. So that's another reason why we haven't picked a marketing company as of yet. I'm looking for the one that brings me what I want. And what I want is kind of what I described. I want a breakdown on exactly how to find my user. I want a breakdown on how to find user acquisition. That's it. We get that data. Now we have something to play with. I'm very accustomed to drop shipping. I've had my own e-commerce stores in the past. This was one of the companies I had as well, where I could tell you with facts, with analytical data, who was buying the product, right? Now, if you're wondering what happened to this, I got these products and started this business March 2020. Everyone should know what March 2020 was. Yes, a very bad time to start one of your first businesses, but it's the reality, right? Granted, it was COVID, lockdowns, a lot of business I've worked with, a lot of that stuff happens, right? It's business, it's world stuff that no one thought of. Granted, whatever, right? You adapt. Another thing I want to talk about is the gift card catalog. Guys, it's looking amazing. We have 100+ countries. I was reviewing it. I can tell you all some of the countries we have. I can tell you the products. Amazon is on there everywhere, which is, again, kind of what I was telling you about how exciting I was about truly integrating that, about that brand, because Amazon has a monopoly on online sales. They really do. A huge percentage uses Amazon for retail. I mean, it's fine. We were lacking them now, but guess what? Our catalog is going to be amazing. For example, you go to Germany right now on the Zahnymous.io platform. Germany's weak, right? But the good thing is we're updating it. Germany is going to have such a beautiful catalog. We're talking 30, 40, 50+ brands. A lot of the areas that we're weak are going to be our strongest suit now. So that's very exciting about the crypto to gift cards. We can actually, I'll pull up and name some brands from certain countries. We can do that together interactive right after the recording is over. So let's do a small recap. The marketing companies, we're looking for the best ones. We want Web 2.0 marketing. The gift card catalog looks amazing. The UI and the UX design is absolutely beautiful. I've teased it. By the way, that design is starting to grow on me. It really is starting to grow on me. At first, I was a little hesitant on it because I was like, man, should we really switch from the navy blue? But again, we're going to kind of throw back on it. I think white is very good to add on to a business. Funny, I'm actually wearing white right now. But I definitely think that it's a color of affinity. It will make users psychologically more active on the website. Everyone can say that. That's crazy. I've never heard of that. Colors and patterns have a very powerful way with how we interact with reality. It's the truth. You can ask anyone. Blue has a sign of depression, right? Blue, something sad. It's green, go. Red, stop. I said this in the last AMA. If you go on TradingView right now, most likely, if you go to tradingview.com and you pick a random pair, the colors of the candlesticks are going to be green for bull, red for bear. Why? Why use that color? Why not just use black? Why not just use white? It's all psychological. Green, go. Green, buy. Red, stop. Panic, sell. They use those for manipulation tactics. So color has a very powerful way to make users do certain actions, even if you don't want to believe it. It's how we're programmed. There's a reason that stoplights are green. There's a reason the stoplight is red. Stop, right? So we are changing the color designs. I love the whites. I love the grays, the silvers, the gold accents. If you haven't seen them, click up on the announcements and you'll see. I really am excited. I'm excited about the new gift card catalog. A lot of the areas that people have messaged me said, hey, we don't have that many products for my country. Guess what? We're fixing that. Lastly, prepaid cards. I thought it was impossible. I still am a little bit wary of it, but it's a little different than any Visa prepaid card. That's not how it works. It's not you buy the prepaid card and it works in Indonesia or works in Malaysia or works in the United Kingdom. They are closed loop Visa gift cards that work. If you buy them in the United States, they only work in the United States. If you buy them in the United Kingdom, they only work in United Kingdom. They are a closed loop solution, which means there's less legalities regarding these cards. That is what our supplier has told us. Because you all know I'm very iffy about Visa. We're not going to be using any of their branding. We're not going to be using there's no copyrights that are going to be there. All of this is what our suppliers are providing us, all in the limits of legalities, and that's what's important. We will be housing about 20 to 30 different countries where users can buy a prepaid card in ZA. And we're going to limit the crypto choice to have more volume and sales through the ZA token specifically. So what we're planning on doing is the prepaid Visa option will only be through ZA and other paid members. So DeFi Bears is another paid member. You will see ZA and Defiant Bears as the currency option for the prepaid cards, and we're doing that for a very specific reason. Volume, right? We want the token to be used. We want people to be accustomed to constantly using ZA just like they would as a currency. That's the power of what we're trying to create, truly. All of that stuff is very exciting news. I can tease a little bit of the Visa cards. Remember, they are closed loop and they are gift cards. They're not cards that you buy and then all of a sudden they work in your country. You buy them from the country of your choice, just like you would a closed loop gift card. United Kingdom Argos gift card works in United Kingdom. Okay? I just like to clarify that because I know a lot of people always message me, well, will this gift card work in China? No. Buy from the China country and then your gift card will. Simple as that. So those are all exciting updates that we really have. So you all can kind of see the vision in regards to what we're doing. Lastly, we are talking to market makers. And a lot of people are scared of market makers. They're like, Those people are the worst, right? But the reality is, if we ever want to get listed on a top tier exchange, like a KuCoin, a Binance, a Kraken, even, we won't ever get listed on Coinbase because Coinbase doesn't accept BEP20 tokens. All good, their fault. But Coinbase, for example, in order to get listed on those, you have to work with a market maker. I promise. I talk to them. I know that 100%. So we've already picked out a list of market makers. Let's think of the ones I've talked to so far. CLS was one of them. They're very good, cost affordable. We've talked to Floatin. Floatin is another one as well. And then Huron Labs is the last one we've talked to. Guys, Huron Labs is my favorite. They're very costly. I've negotiated with them on price. But just to show you how efficient their market-making strategy is for projects, the owner of Huron Labs, it was actually he actually created one of the algorithms for market-making for one of the Belgian banks. That is not joking. And those are the people we want. Those are the people we need. We want to work with people like that. We want to establish relationships like that. Because those are big names, right? You don't just hear someone building the algorithm for a bank to trade on. He knows what he's doing, definitely. So again, if I had to tell you all in writing, no promises, but the one I want to go with personally is definitely Huron Labs. I love them. I think that it's brilliant. Great partnerships, great connections. They are a lot of projects use them for exchanges like Binance. They market make for Binance for a lot of projects. They market make for Coinbase, for Kraken. I think they said 70 other exchanges they have lines with. They can help us get listed as well. Great connection to have in this space to up your game, to take the next level, because it's all about sort of levels. You go from the launching stage, you build up, you get, sponsorships, you get partners, you might get VC funded, then you get, exchange listings, and then you just keep growing. It's kind of very cliche saying, but there's levels to this, right? We're just working on the next levels to truly achieve that as a project. So as we advance and as we go, we're not unprepared. If anything, we're actually well prepared for the future. We're probably not going to be looking for tier 1 exchanges for a while. So you might be asking me, why are you even talking to them? Why are you communicating with them? Because I want to be prepared, because I want to do the due diligence right now. So when we take that next step, bam, we already have the connections and we're ready to go. But if you all want my honest opinion, I'm only looking for tier 1 exchanges. It's got to be a KuCoin. It's got to be a Binance. It's maybe got to be a Kraken. Those are the only ones I'm even thinking about. I think it is somewhat of a waste to be on a smaller exchange. You all might not agree with that. That's perfectly fine. That's just my cup of tea. I just think if we're going to put the money into it, if we're going to get that big, by the way, if you are worried about arbitrage, or I'll finish that. If we're going to get that big, we might as well go big or go home, right? I don't want a small tier 3, maybe tier 4. We're looking for the best, so it really helps us. If we're going to get an exchange listing, it's going to help us. I'm not leading us in any wrong path or anything like that. So there is that. That's about everything. I'll do a small recap so everyone can kind of clearly understand. We talked about the marketing companies, the marketing strategy. I'm not interested in PRs. I want Web 2.0. I want to find my user acquisition. The gift card catalog is absolutely amazing. We can name off some gift cards, countries. I can't show you all the document legally, but if you all ask a country, I can name you off brands, right? No problem at all. I do have a non-disclosure agreement with our gift card partners. It's just how the game is. Proprietary information. I can still share it, but I can't show it. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it makes sense because there is specific information for coding, for the actual API documentation that's in the actual document that should be proprietary. So we got that down. We talked about the prepaid visas, which is going to be amazing. We talked about some of the exclusive brands we're getting, like Amazon. I'm not joking when I say this. We're going to have one of the best gift card catalogs of any crypto to gift card site on the market. Places we're weak, for example, Germany, Australia. We have 5 brands right now. We're going to have like 50 plus. Again, we're really getting an upgrade for a catalog. Again, we kind of talked about colorways. I do want to use the white, the gold, and the silver. I believe color has a lot of power on what a user's actions would be. Remember, Za's colors on the website is dark blue. Blue goes for depression. You might think that's crazy, but the reality is you go to TradingView, green and red is a default color for a reason. Green go, red stop, blood panic, sell, etc. All of those colors do have a power and influence on us, and that is market making as well. We got CLS to wrap up. It was one of them. Floatin and Kieran Labs. Those are the three market makers that we're looking to work with. And by the way, if you're worried about them like ruining the chart or anything crazy like that, that's not how it goes. You might have heard horror stories, but it's actually our business that's doing the market making. We just use their algorithms. And really, the market making is for one specific reason. It's when a user is buying on Binance and the spread doesn't just click because there's no order, because it's order book. So there's no order to fill the next position. So we fill that position with our liquidity. That's the simple basis of the market making. It's to make sure that the bid and ask is extremely tight. Because if someone buys from Binance at $1 and it hits $1.20, what the hell? Right? That means a lack of liquidity. So that's what the market making is for. And that's why tier one exchanges require it, because they don't want you buying and then people get mad at the exchange and say, why would I use your exchange? But the exchanges are not actually a part of the market making at all. This is all through private companies that we get connected with. Kieran Labs is my favorite. They have connections with Binance, with Coinbase, Kraken, all tier one, tier two, pretty much every exchange that we want. They can help get us listed on. Whew, that's a mouthful. Very last thing, actually, that I'll notice is I am in talks about adding the product shop. So users will not only be able to buy gift cards or buy prepaid cards, they'll be able to buy products as well. That can be a vacuum for their house. That can be a hairdresser, a hairdryer for their wife. I am working on that solution, but we're not going to touch on that. That probably will not get finished until the end of the year. Being completely realistic with you, I'm swamped in so much information and so much upgrading. If you all are new to this presentation or you're just seeing it, go to our announcements. You will see the new UI and the UX design. It's clean, as clean can get. Prepaid cards will also have ZA and its paid partners only as a checkout to increase volume and to increase the actual want and the need for the ZA token as well. You all know using ZA will always be the cheapest on the platform. That's the most important. Profits generated from buyback and burn to create a deflationary token. It's not money that's coming from taxes that you use to buyback and burn, which is Ponzi-nomics, because you're taking money from one and then doing it with that. This is external forms of revenue, which is how a business should be, that then goes back into the chart in a very healthy business manner. So that is everything, guys. That was kind of a lot. I'm going to end the recording. I hope you all enjoyed. If you all have any questions, well, before I end the recording, ask away. Maybe ask me about the marketing companies. Ask me about anything you all want. I've pretty much cleared the foundations on what I'm trying to accomplish. I've already teased the UIs. I'll go over the gift cards, the extra, upgraded selection with you all without showing you all. I can do that legally. And the prepaid cards, I can tease with you all after this announcement, just to, give a little teaser so you all know that we're all about our word, which most of you all know by now. We've been proven back to back everything we've said we've been doing. Even a month before we launched the token, the platform was live for a reason. It's not one of those you buy in the pre-sale. When the pre-sale is successful, then we'll launch the platform. No, it's not that. We showed proof of concept 1 month before the token was ever launched, just to show how serious we were about building something that's sustainable, that has longevity, not today, but for tomorrow. So I'm going to open up the floor to chats. You all can ask anything. Yeah. Vitalik, would you like to say it right now during the recording, or would you like to end the recording right now and then say it? It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah. It actually might lead somebody to popping in on my idea. So maybe after the recording, that would be better.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. You all have You all can ask any questions. Just hop off mic. It's a free floor. Ask away.
One question for the. Can I ask a question about the sales group, or is that in the sales group only?
Ask away, man. Ask away.
Can we have I know we're not part exclusive of the team, but can we have in our profile picture in Telegram the logo of the project and stuff?
Of course. If you want a no, I understand. You 100% can do that, no issue. And if anything, have you noticed how some people say verify me at, and they use the sales channel, or they'll use a Telegram? Just do that, man. Change your bio to verify me as a sales rep of Zahnymous, and then whenever users get clicked over to the sales group, you'll see that you have the tag sales, so they'll know that you mean business when you talk to them. We'll make sure everyone has the validity to go and approach projects.
Okay, and also, when a project comes into the chat in Telegram and they ask for partnership and stuff, they're out of our reach, out of the sales team's reach, right? Automatically.
So you mean like if a project came on this internal AMA right now, man, that's a hard one. It depends. If you all contacted them and they just ignored you and they came to our group first, you all still get the sale. Why not? You all went and pretty much referenced them. Even if they ignored you, you all still got the lead, right? It's about who gets the lead, who does the groundwork, they get paid. If that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if they were contacted first, and they were like, for example, if Mono contacted someone, you contacted someone, and you were like, "Hey, boss, I contacted him first." Kind of, we go by the sheet. Make sure you fill the sheet out because it's pretty important. Because then we don't know who has what project, and then it makes it very difficult to distinguish.
Okay, so like Hotmart, I don't know if you know what Hotmart is, but the first one to contact is the one that gets the sale.
Pretty much. I mean, you're the lead, right? You did the groundwork. They wouldn't have known about Zah unless you contacted them.
Okay. Got it.
I wish there was a referral system. We talked about it a while ago about building out some type of referrals, and it's just we just got swamped with new development, new UI, prepaid cards. Like we're going to try to smooth out the sales and build it, more proper. Again, this is kind of like beginning stages of a startup a little bit, so it's just a little messy right now and fuzzy. We'll clean it up soon.
Okay, and
of course,
let's say tomorrow the marketing starts. Let's say, are we no more, or can we still leverage from the marketing that is being done behind the scenes to like verify or give it more power to our speeches in search of new clients?
So none of the marketing that is going to be happening should touch any projects that the sales team is working on. Remember, this is all Web 2.0 investing or advertising. We're looking to find people that want to actually use their crypto for gift cards. We're looking for consumers, not projects. So it should be somewhat separated from the two. It really should.
Yeah, I know that. So you have answered one part of the question. Like, we're not going to be obsoleted or taken out of the question, but can we use it as a strategic way to promote that what we're doing?
Of course.
So we get projects in.
There's nothing wrong at all. If you want to say, hey, listen, I'm a sales rep of Zahnymous. We're doing our campaigns for our marketing. We're reaching a decent amount of people. We really think this would be a great idea. Here's our advertisement. That's perfectly fine. Leverage as much as you can for as many sales as you can.
Great. If I have any other question or think about it, I'm gonna be back.
Of course. Ask away, man. So if anyone else has any questions, you all can ask them in the group. No problem at all. Okay, no problem. We're going to end the recording. Everyone that is watching this live or watching this through the recording, thank you so much. Always stay Zahnymous.